But I thought how we would start would be that I would start just telling the story of what happened last year in case you haven't been here from the beginning and you have questions about how that even occurred. So I had asked people on my Instagram stories, and I posted a TikTok asking questions, or getting you guys to ask me questions about what you want to know about social media. So I feel like we're gonna do that now. Thank you so much for being here today, and I just want to remind you, if you haven't already, it would mean the world to me if you would just click on that subscribe button and follow along on our journey and be notified each and every week of our episodes. That would be awesome.
Did you take any classes on creating good content?
No, but I will tell you that I think something that really helped me, sorry, my eyes itchy, I'm just gonna itch it for a real quick second. I was an e-learning teacher, so in high school, I don't know if I told you this, but I taught students online. Like, it wasn't my full-time thing, but like I had a part-time gig where I was like an online e-learning teacher, so I was very, very comfortable with showing up on video. So I would literally create my lessons on video.
Yeah, so like hearing yourself talk and like all that, it was just like,
and just like, and showing up and talking to a camera, I felt very, very comfortable with that.
Like, I'm used
so
to
I had practice, and I think too, just like years of being in a high school classroom, like you really, as a high school teacher, like you have to shed any care about like these high school students that are judging you, because like they're judging you.
Yeah,
like you are getting judged hardcore by these high school students, and they're a tough crowd, like let me tell you. Like you're not gonna get anything out of them. So I feel like I had made sort of a certain peace with like, I can just show up as is, and I don't care, and I'm gonna get zero anything back from these high school students who are just gonna sit there at me like, you're so boring. Like there's no impressing them. So I kind of lost a bit of that like caring about
like what other
about what other people are thinking about how I am showing up in video, and I think that becomes sort of a stumbling block for a lot of people who will want to show up on video, and so then like they're worried about how they're showing up on video, but then like you're psychoanalyzing how you're showing up, and then you're in your head, and then you can't.
And then you're like you keep second guessing yourself and like whatever. But you're like,
I'm just like,
high school students judge me all the time.
High school students were,
I mean,
not impressed.
So I probably was like that person. That's true. High school, we're not an easy crowd.
It was the e-learning merged with the teaching of the teenage students.
Where did the boost come from? Like which platform? Which I guess you kind of talked about previously, that they I guess all kind of play a role with each other, like your TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah, it really kind of feels like TikTok is the it place. And again, we were just like right place, right time with TikTok, quite frankly. We were.
Yeah.
Last spring.
And it is true, like since last spring, like it's way more popular. Like way more people are on it. But it's also like you realize like, oh, like it can help your business grow, but like also so many other people around the world are realizing that as well. So there's just so many more people on it, whether they're influencers or they're sharing about their business, or like people doing like day in the life. Like there's so many things now. I feel like that is just like,
yes, and like the quality of everything, because there's more people on it. Like the quality of the videos is
way better because there's way more people producing things. Yeah.
So I kind of feel like my skills haven't really advanced. Like over since last year. Like I'm still kind of doing my same thing.
Yeah.
Which
and I mean, someone who like they're focusing it all on TikTok may also have a little more time too to like work on that transition, or like try a little harder, or like take more time on it. Whereas for you, it's like, you make 3 TikToks a day, but you also do 6 hours of other things, and I'm in meetings all the time. So it's like, it's not really like you probably feel like you have
some days
8 hours.
Some days I wish I could just be that could be my only job. Would be social.
Your only worry,
like just someone else look after it. No, I like both parts, but I do really feel like there's like 2 different parts of my brain. Like there's like business Stacey, who you don't often see, and then there's like social media Stacey. It's like I have a split personality.
Yeah, I've heard you said that a few times, and also like it's like hard to go a business, a creative, like being creative, like you can't just like switch your person, like.
It is so tough.
Yeah. Do you have like a tip to growth? Like what is your number one tip on growth? I guess that kind of goes back to the same like
yeah, I think it's consistency. Like you just need to have a schedule and stick to it. I think recently I've been overthinking too much. I don't think you can overthink things. Like
you just gotta do it,
you just gotta go for it, and you just gotta try it. Just like,
because like when you overthink, you're getting in your own head, and then you're just gonna second guess. And then anytime you like are like, oh, I thought that, you're like, it's like literally confirmation bias. You're like in your own head, and then you're like, oh yeah, I thought that. Like if you're overthinking it, it's just gonna not do you any well.
And the other thing too is like, you probably just can't imitate somebody else. Like you have to think through what's your preferred way to show up. Like there's a ton of different ways you can show your business up on TikTok, or just you as a person on TikTok. Like there's lots of people who never say a word, right?
Yeah, like they just, or there's people that only share stories, or there's people that,
like they've really like identified a very specific video style, and that works for them. And just like know that you don't have to do video.
You don't have to do what someone else did.
Someone else did it.
That like, got viral. Just because they got viral doesn't mean that it's gonna feel right for you, or that
it might not work for you.
Yeah.
So you have to figure out what is your style, I think. But you can't like just trial and error.
Yeah. It's not like you can find your style by finding someone like what someone else did either. Like that's hard. What did you do after the first explosion? Like what were your first initial reactions? Like did you do something right away, or were you just in pure like shock after your first like viral video?
Well, I don't really think that there was any time to really like think, because it was this happened and now we have all these orders and customers and customer service, and then there was just like fire, put out all the fires. Yeah. Because it was just like on a
all the things that you haven't like experienced. It's like, oh, what do you do when this happens? What do you do? It's like you had to think of all the processes at once.
Yes.
And then did you do anything differently after you exploded?
I think I just didn't have as much time. I don't know what I did differently.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I had as much time to be as creative with
because you didn't have as like when you were creating them at the beginning, like you didn't have as many orders,
I didn't have as
right?
many orders, yeah.
So like, and you probably had less customer service because you had less orders, so there was less problems, there was less like people were reaching out to, like there was just so many less things to do. Yeah, that's true.
So I think just out of pure necessity, just haven't had as much time. And sometimes I get a little bit in that overthinking zone of like, oh, I don't have as much time, I'm not creating as good as stuff. Like I'm kind of in my head a little bit, quite honestly, but it's all right. We're doing what we can, best we can.
Exactly. How did you find out the best times to post?
Oh, best times to post? I don't worry about that.
No.
I think it's more important that like you have good content. I feel like it doesn't matter what times I post. Yeah. If I have a video that resonates with people, it's gonna resonate with people. And
whether you post at the prime time, everyone's on their phone and it's a bad video, no one's gonna.
Well, like I don't recommend posting in the middle of the night when everyone's sleeping. Yeah. I feel like you just kind of generally want to post when you're thinking about the routine of people's day. So like if they're sitting down in the morning to have their breakfast or their morning coffee, they'll likely be on, or like their lunch break, or like in the evening. And in my case, if I have lots of moms like watching my stuff, then like in the evenings after the kids are in bed, or just after work.
Yeah, I've heard like, people say like one TikTok I was watching, like they said like, oh, like 4 o'clock, like 4 to 5, like sometimes like when you're getting home, you quickly go on your phone, and then in the evening again, like when you're sitting down, like you finished dinner or whatever, if you have kids, you put them to bed or whatever, like you're kind of like relaxing for the night. Yeah. And then the morning, you're like, I guess, going on your phone, like starting the day off.
Yeah. So I just kind of try to plan-ish around like, oh, people might be on, but I don't really think too hard about it.
Yeah, so you're saying you don't wake up at 4 in the morning and like post it because you think
I'm not like the thing I'm stressing about is just trying to think of good content versus like strategizing about hashtags and time to post.
Yeah.
I mean, like from what I have seen, maybe the hashtag gets us a few more views if it's like the right thing, but like it feels like more effort and time.
To like think of all the hashtags to put, or all the hashtags that people are doing right now. Yeah. She just realized you don't have time.
What time is it?
It's 3:30. Your kids are...
Okay, we're gonna have to pause this and have a part 2 another day.
Yeah.
Because I have to go meet my children.
In 1 minute.
In 1 minute. So, anyways, and our battery's like flashing at me, it's almost dead. So this is probably a good time that we wrap up. We kind of got carried away and lost track of
time.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. Please remember to like and subscribe this video if you liked it, and come back for more next week. We're dropping videos every Thursday. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for your support. If it wasn't for you guys, we would not
be here
today. So, have a great week. Bye.